MorningLine. Thanks for joining us. We're talking this morning about Hispanic Heritage Month. It started on September 15th, runs to October 15th. Diana Perez is with us at Conexion Americas. And actually, one question people are going to say, it's called Hispanic Heritage Month, but it starts in the middle of September and ends in the middle of October. Why does it span 2 months?
Yes, so September 15th is when El Grito de Dolores, or the Cry of Dolores, started, which is the starting of the war to gain independence from Mexico and Latin America and Central American countries.
Okay.
So that's why
that started on September 15th.
September 15th. And then I believe it did start as a week only.
Okay.
And I think this was late 60s where there was a resolution proclamation that there was going to be a celebration of that week, and then it extended to a month.
Okay. That explains it then. I knew there was a purpose for that. There's actually a hook to that degree. As you heard, Diana, she is from Colombia, and you're here. And you have 2 young children right now, you were telling me about. And I'm wondering how it is, they were born now in this country. You've gotten your citizenship. How do you balance between, as they grow up as American citizens here and were born here, making sure they hold on to their heritage, but at the same time, they're learning and they're here in America? How do you balance that?
Yes, I think I am learning along with them. There is something called the acculturization, which I'm going through, right? Coming with this very strong culture, just living here 10 years, learning to be part of this culture, learning the parts of these cultures, and then I have these children that were born here, and they are going to school, they are learning just straight the American culture.
Are they learning a second language? They speak English, obviously, so are you teaching them to speak other?
Yes, absolutely. They speak Spanish fluently.
They do. Fluent. Yeah. They're fluent.
They're fluent in Spanish. We speak at home. We speak Spanish at home. As we were talking, I dance.
Yeah.
So I'm dancing all the time at home. My little daughter, she's 2. She has her own Colombian cumbia custom. So definitely, and my son loves it too. I sometimes go and dance at Plaza Mariachi. So I take them so they see me dancing Colombian.
And again, now this was not at Plaza Mariachi.
No.
This was at the Farmers Market, correct?
Yes, this was
but I was going to say Plaza Mariachi, and I don't know if the dance is still spectacular and the color of all this. But if you haven't been to the Plaza, people need to go.
Yes.
It's like, you could be in Latin America.
Absolutely.
And you walk around and there's so much to try and so much to see.
Yes, it is beautiful. Sorry, I keep interrupting you. I'm so excited talking about these.
It is, yeah. Well, I mean, it is. There's so much to see, and some of the markets and the things. There is a farmers market that I go to in Lebanon, in Wilson County, and it's almost all Latino now. You can see, and what I find fascinating about it, and I need someone to go with me. I have some friends that maybe know this that happen to be Latino. The markets and the spread of the spices and the beans and the nuts and the different items that I want to experiment and cook with and learn, but I don't know what they are.
Oh my God.
And it's almost like you're at a market, it could be in Colombia or it could be in Mexico.
And I think the best way to learn about a culture, about a country, is with their food.
Exactly. And go there. Yeah, do it. Sample it, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Don't read about it. Go do it.
Go do it. Go try it. If you have a little knowledge on cooking, just get a couple of things, go experiment yourself in your kitchen. I mean, it's just, and you say spices, and it took me to think about Indian culture, and because there is a lot of spices. It's just beautiful. I have never tried that when I lived in Colombia. I tried when I came here. All these different cultures and culinary experiences. It's just amazing.
Oh yeah, I mean, and there are some fantastic international markets here in the area, especially on Nolensville Road. You go into some of those markets and you just see products you didn't know exist, and you want to try them. I buy things all the time. Sometimes it's a disaster the way I fix it. Sometimes it's like, wow, I'm going back there and trying that. And as you saw in some of the video we showed, the colors are spectacular, and that brings us to a new mural you want to talk about. Yes. This is, I guess, where is it located, the mural?
Mural is in our Casa Safran.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yes. All right, there it is. Talk about it.
Yes, Casa Safran.
That's spectacular.
Yes, that's amazing, colorful. That's all what we are. The name of this mural is the We All Belong mural. We did a survey beginning of the year but we put it out there, all the community asking, what does it mean for you to belong? Then we commissioned this artist, Ruben Torres. This is a local artist, Mexican artist, and he gathered all the information, put together, and just came up with this beautiful concept. And you can see here, it's not just, of course, Hispanic. We have all kind of representations. And we unveiled this mural on September 15th, kicking off the Hispanic Heritage Month. This is Casa Safran again.
And what is Asfran? Casa's house, right? And,
yes.
And then Asfran?
Azafran is a condiment, a spice.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay. So it's the spice house.
Yes, that's right. In Casa Safran, just to know, this is a community center where Conexion Americas is along
based.
with all the partners. This is a place where Mesa Comal Culinary Incubator that we were talking earlier. We have the industrial kitchen here.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that in a moment. I just want to talk more about the mural, and I'm trying. We don't have super close-ups individual of each shot, but you see the city skyline. But you said that this was commissioned and produced based on what people told you about, help them feel as though they belonged.
Yes.
So what type of things did they say? And as I saw, there's someone playing music, there's food, there's some of the traditional garb. What else?
Yes, there is food, there is produce at the top, at the bottom that you can see because there is people around the along the mural. But there were animals. People talk about birds, about butterflies. Your color. What is the color that makes you feel that you belong?
Yeah, sports. There's soccer.
Sports.
Soccer is really big in the community.
Okay.
Yes. Now, I mean, getting our own soccer team here. How big a deal was that? Getting a professional team?
Oh my God, that's big. That's huge.
It's huge for,
that's
especially
huge.
for a segment. There's a lot of people like soccer. I'm still learning about it. You know, I can't say I still go to a football game. I'll go to the Titans game, but. When I thought we were getting soccer, I thought it was great for everyone who just loves soccer, but I thought especially for the Latino community. Just that, okay, this, I don't know, I'm sure Latinos enjoy football and maybe some baseball, but soccer, it's the world's sport. Yeah. And when we finally got a pro team, so many people I know just bought season tickets because they were so excited to finally. Have you been to a few games?
I've been.
I bet you have.
But you have to go. It's a party.
Yeah, it's a different atmosphere than anything else. And if you haven't gone, maybe you've watched World Cup. And again, this is not at the level of World Cup, but you just see the emotion of the fans. It's a different experience than anything else you'll see in American sport, in my opinion.
Absolutely. It's the passion.
Yeah, what is it? What is it different about the passion?
I don't know. I think it's in our blood. It's just gets you excited.
I remember Colombia itself had a great soccer team years ago. Remember, was it Malderrama?
Yeah, El Pibe Valderrama.
Yeah, he had the big afro. He was a great player. That was years ago.
That was years ago. He's still around. We love him, and we love talking about him too.
Valderrama,
but
right.
you don't go to watch soccer like if you go to a game and just sit there. There's music. There's all kind of things happening too. So it's just all about the environment.
Yeah.
And it's happening here too.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, as I said, I thought it was great it was coming because it's just another sport, but it's also a sport that I think is of a special interest to those from the Latino community, or folks even from Europe, wherever you're from, because soccer is so much bigger elsewhere. Has that made any difference? I mean, it's been here a couple years now. Now they've got the field and they play. Do you think having that team here, to some degree, knowing that there's a local soccer team at that level, the professional level, has helped make people feel more at home here?
Absolutely.
Really? I was wondering how big a deal that might be.
No, it is a big deal. We have, when we unveiled the mural, that was at the day we also celebrate, we have an award ceremony where kids win, they wrote an essay. And anyways, all to say, we brought a soccer player to present the awards.
Okay.
So this is big, right? It's just, it feels like you're excited because this is a soccer player and in such an important ceremony. And again, the entire thing of having a place for the community to come and gather as you would do it at home, as you would do it in Colombia, in Mexico. Having it here is just give one more space to engage with your community.
That's what I figured. And sports so often plays that role. It brings people together, whether tailgating in the stands and all of that. But now we have that more diversity of sports, bringing a professional soccer team, which is awesome. Listen, we'll take a break. When we come back, I want to talk a little bit, if we can, about the culinary incubator. As we get into some of the food and some of the efforts to help with some of these wonderful restaurants getting up and going. So we'll be back. More of our conversation with Diana Perez with Conexion America. This, of course, is Hispanic Heritage Month. That's why we're talking about it. We'll be back right after this.